Just because Deadpool and Wolverine isn't family-friendly doesn't mean it can't be a family production. Ryan Reynolds not only got his wife, Blake Lively, to appear in the R-rated comic book movie, but also arranged cameos for 3 of the couple's 4 kids. As for their 4th, 4-year-old Betty, well, she had the most important role of all, taming Wolverine. Eagle-eyed fans of the flick have already noticed that its end credits include a special thanks to her that acknowledges her big part on set. It reads, Hugh Jackman Wrangler, Betty Reynolds. While no details have been revealed about Betty's on-set duties, her dad hinted at her qualifications earlier this month when he told people all about her sweet relationship with Jackman. "I don't profess that my kids are perfectly behaved," Reynolds joked. "My 4-year-old Betty sort of loves Hugh. Like, unconditionally, and she expresses that love through unblinking violence." While Jackman chuckled beside him, Reynolds continued, "So she attacks him, thinking she has claws and he has a healing factor, which he might." While Betty tested the strength and limits of Wolverine off-camera, her siblings and mother made on-screen appearances in the film. Inez, 7, pops up as the filthy-mouthed Deadpool variant Kidpool, one of many members of the Deadpool corps that the titular heroes face in the movie's 3rd act. Her 1-year-old brother, Olin, is included in the sequence as well, adorably babbling as Baby Pool, who applauds Deadpool and Wolverine after a fight. And the final Lively Reynolds child, 9-year-old James, is credited on IMDb for her role as a screaming mutant. Meanwhile, Lively stuns as the masked and murderous Lady Deadpool. Reviews, and more. In a lengthy social media post, Lively celebrated her role and the film's release, reminiscing about when she first learned of Reynolds' efforts to bring Deadpool to the big screen. "It was a meta superhero," Lively said of how her now-husband explained the character to her and her fellow superhero newbie co-star Taika Waititi in 2010. "Most of us didn't know what exactly meta meant back then. Except Taika, because he's always been more brilliant than the rest of us mortals. We understood in theory, but how it would come together for an audience was murky for everyone but him. It wasn't a real dream. The movie was never gonna happen." Noting that this was the very same year that Deadpool creator Rob Liefeld first drew an unmasked Lady Deadpool, she wrote, "The universe has such a magical sense of humor sometimes." As expected, Reynolds' family is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Deadpool and Wolverine cameos. The film also includes surprise appearances from such familiar faces as Chris Evans, Wesley Snipes, Chris Hemsworth, Jennifer Garner, Daphne Keane, and more.